For that money you could have bought a Honda. You are just paying for the badge. It's an overpriced toy. Ever since I started posting about this Vespa, my comment section has been flooded with messages just like this. And you know what the funniest part is? If we look strictly at the spec sheet, these guys are absolutely right. Logic is entirely on their side. A Japanese scooter is probably cheaper and incredibly practical. But they judge scooters the same way they judge a microwave or a washing machine. Like basic household appliances meant to get you from point A to point B. And that is their biggest mistake. Because you don't buy a Vespa with your brain. You buy it for what it unlocks in your life. But let's rewind the clock a bit to earlier this exact same day. When you get on a regular commuter scooter, your only goal is to reach your destination as fast as possible. But a Vespa gets you out of the house. That is the difference. It's that X factor that no spec sheet can ever measure. When you own a machine that looks and feels like this, you don't look for the shortest route. You look for excuses to ride. Today, that excuse was a simple date in the park with my girlfriend. Zero stress, no heavy riding gear, no knee pads. That step-through frame and the relaxed riding position turned this scooter into the ultimate two-up machine. You don't ride it just to reach a destination. You ride it for the pure joy of being on the road. Sharing that feeling on a chill afternoon, that right there is what they mockingly call the Vespa tax. I call it the price for actually enjoying the ride. Do you guys think the so-called Vespa tax is actually a ripoff? Or is it just the normal price for buying a machine that actually has character? Let me know your honest opinion in the comments. If you ask me, this isn't an investment in metal. It's an investment in other things that completely changed my perspective on riding. First, there is connection. I never expected this scooter to be such a social magnet. People literally talk to you at stoplights. And beyond that, there's the Vespa Club. When I bought this, I wasn't looking to make friends, but we gathered around this quirky Italian design and I found a community. You meet people from all walks of life, you share routes, you share stories, and suddenly it turns into a shared lifestyle. Second is the adventure. Society tells us that to have an adventure on two wheels, you need to pack 3 aluminum cases and ride to the edge of the world. But that is sometimes exhausting. With the Vespa, you can have adventure on a micro scale. It's the ability to take that unknown street just to see where it goes. It's leaving the city limits on a Sunday morning just to find a new coffee spot. You don't need to plan for weeks. You just grab the key and go. It transforms a boring mandatory transit into a daily exploration. And finally, let's not forget the most basic element, having fun. Modern vehicles are so refined that they numb you from the environment. But twisting the throttle on this GTS instantly brings back that pure, childlike excitement. It's nimble, you feel the road, you feel the breeze. It acts as an instant mood shifter. You can leave work carrying the weight of the world, and by the second traffic light, you are smiling inside your helmet. You just can't buy that kind of therapy for this price. But nature doesn't really care about your emotional investments or how much fun you're having. Out of nowhere, the sky just fell on us. Getting caught in a heavy storm like this is usually the part that ruins a perfectly good day. The magic fades and you just want to put your head down, get through the traffic and survive the ride home. But today, navigating the slick, wet streets of Bucharest with my girl on the back, it wasn't miserable. It was hilarious. It became an adventure we are going to talk about. We got home absolutely soaking wet, but we were laughing our heads off. You can measure the value of a shared experience by looking at wheel sizes or a price tag. So the next time someone tells you that you wasted your money and that another brand is cheaper and better on paper, tell them they are absolutely right. On paper. But life isn't lived on a spec sheet. I'm curious about how you guys view this. Do you look at your bike as a simple transportation tool or as an experience generator? Let me know down in the comments. I really want to see how you think about this whole situation. Drop a like if you enjoyed our wet ride, hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.